Thanks, Gerald and Jordan. Michael Orr, an offensive lineman from the University of Mississippi, was selected in the 2009 NFL Draft by the Baltimore Ravens. Michael Orr's touching story from impoverished youth to football superstar was captured in the highly successful sports film, The Blind Side. In football, the blind side is the side of the line that the quarterback can't see when he drops back to pass. Since most quarterbacks are right-handed, it's usually placed on the left side. When someone is rushing from the right side of the line, the quarterback can see them and avoid the rush. However, he cannot see the rush coming from the left side. He must trust his left tackle to protect his blind side. Spiritually speaking, we all have a blind side. There is so much that we can't see and that we do not know. No doubt this is the reason why Solomon wrote, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not upon your own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your paths." Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. As men, our sight and our understanding are limited. We have a blind side. Therefore, we need to place our trust in the Lord. Although Solomon was given more wisdom by God than anyone else in the Old Testament, even he understood he had a huge blind side. He wrote, "There is a way which seems right unto a man, but its end is the way of death." Proverbs 14:12. Please note this way seems right to man. Man thinks he is going the right way, and man feels safe. However, to use the analogy that we started with in this lesson, he's about to be crushed from behind by a huge defensive end. Solomon was not the only one who wrote of man's blind side. Other inspired writers also spoke of it. For example, Jeremiah wrote, "O Lord, I know the way of man is not in himself. It is not man who walks to direct his own steps." Jeremiah 10, verse 23. Man is incapable of directing his own steps. Without help from above, he is sure to go the wrong way. As you know, the majority of the people today are going the wrong way. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus declared, "Enter by the narrow gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way which leads to destruction, and there are many who go in by it. Because narrow is the gate, and difficult is the path which leads to life, there are few who find it." Matthew 7, 13, and 14. No doubt, the people who enter the wide gate and walk through the broad way think they're going the right way. They feel safe. However, one day they're going to look up and realize that the blitz from their blind side wasn't picked up. Thankfully, as Christians, we have someone who protects our blind side. Of course, that someone is the Lord. He is all-seeing, all-powerful, and all-loving. He sees every threat to our souls, has the power to protect us from everyone and everything, and loves us too much to let anything happen to us. We can put our complete trust in Him. We do not have to fear what men may try to do to us. God has promised to protect us, and He will not let us down. When Paul was facing opposition in Corinth, God reassured him by telling him, "For I am with you, and no one will attack you to hurt you, for I have many people in this city." Acts 18:10. God wanted Paul to know that he had his blind side. He wanted Paul to preach without fear. He wants us to do the same thing today. In the book of Hebrews, we read, "Let your conduct be without covetousness. Be content with such things as ye have, for He Himself has said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. So we may boldly say, the Lord is my helper, I will not fear. What can man do unto me?" Hebrews 13, 5 and 6. God is our helper. He has our blind side. We simply need to put our complete trust in Him. As you probably know, offensive tackles hardly ever get the credit they deserve. The credit usually goes to the quarterback who makes the touchdown pass. However, without the help and protection of the quarterback, he would never be able to make those throws. In life, men praise us for the good things we do. However, we need to understand that without God, we would never be able to do them. Sometimes we sing the song, "'Tis so sweet to trust in Jesus." But do we really mean it? The first verse says, "'Tis so sweet to trust in Jesus, just to take Him at His word, just to rest upon His promise, just to know, thus saith the Lord." Do you believe Jesus' promises are true? Can you rest upon those promises? Can you cling to every word Jesus has said? The second verse says, "Oh, how sweet to trust in Jesus, just to trust His cleansing blood." What the author is asking us is if we believe what Jesus said in Matthew 26, 28. "For this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins." As a Christian, you should be able to say without a shadow of a doubt that Jesus' blood has cleansed you. You should be able to trust His cleansing blood. The final verse says, "I'm so glad I learned to trust Him. precious Jesus, Savior, friend, and I know that thou art with me, wilt be with me until the end. Is Jesus your friend? Does He have your blind side? Will He have your blind side until the very end? The chorus reads, Jesus, Jesus, how I trust Him, how I've proved Him o'er and o'er. Jesus, Jesus, precious Jesus, oh for grace to trust Him more. Again I ask, can you sing, Jesus, Jesus, how I trust Him, and believe that it is true? Can you say you have proved Him over and over? Is the Lord protecting your blind side? If He is, then you can confidently go about the work that you have to do. You can rest assured He will protect you. He has said, I will never leave you nor forsake you, and He won't back down from that promise. With that one powerful statement, we can know that He has our blind side. Nothing will ever get past Him.